there's a lot of go-to lines where for me it's just I'm trying to think of she's playing. I'm playing. She's okay. A lot of times, what I'll do if Kevin's around or if I have another friend around, is I'll be like, I'll introduce her to someone else that's in my crew that I know won't try to steal her, just to fucking kind of recharge the battery. So I'm like, oh shit, hey Kevin, have you met my ex-wife? No, I won't hard role play it. I'll just soft be like, hey Kevin, you met my ex-wife, and he'll come in a fresh headspace and be like, hey, what's up? What's up, ex-wife? Blah 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 blah, and tease her a little bit, and we'll start laughing, and then I'll go back to glue and spike with him for my girl.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's really
He'll he'll help me tease her because I know he won't steal her, and he knows that he. Once you have a guy to go out with that gets it, he'll know when he's about to build too much attraction, and he'll know when to back off, and he'll know when to throw it back to you, so you get to build attraction.
would it in the same sort of like along the same sort of lines. Would it be good at like maybe to engage group if it ever goes stale between you and the girl?
Yeah, yeah, that's good point. Yeah, that's another. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's another good one. To be like, but what you want to do is pick the winner. Like, there's always a nice girl in the group, and there's always some bitchy girls. Where if your girl liked you and you engaged the bitch, your girl would help rescue you. If your girl's kind of like it's stalling, and then you engage the bitch, she'll thank her for finishing you off and pushing you off the fucking cliff. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So you kind of want to like that's one of those deals when you open, you kind of want to get. That's why it's good to open a bunch of girls and get your opening on autopilot. It's not because you want to be memorizing shit, but so that you can relax and like absorb other things quickly. Like I'm really good at walking in and being like, "Hey, you're gorgeous. I'm Nick," and also going, "That friend looks nice. That one looks bitchy. The door's over there." I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
your brain's taking in 15 variables at once. But you can only do that once you've internalized some of these hard parts. So if you're new, don't stress about this. You're going to flail. You're going to stall out. Don't worry. It's okay. That's normal. The other thing is, one of the reasons this is probably happening is you need to go practice the old juggler mind exercise where it's like go out. You're probably asking too many questions and not either you're not building enough bubble world role play type fun, and you're also probably asking a lot of questions and giving like very surface responses and asking another very surface question and giving a very surface pussy ass tease and just kind of bland, you know? So work on getting your role play, getting better at that first 5 minutes, like that badass article that Jeremy wrote on my podcast yesterday. Go get that first 5 minutes and really work that through and really think about the tone it sets. Because that first third, just don't think about any one thing get you dates or laid. Think about it like this: that first 30 seconds buys you the next 5 minutes. Because the first 30 seconds, she's like, okay. Think about everything as like a flash, as like it's like a screenshot of what it would be like to hang out with you for the next segment. So what you're like in 30 seconds, I'm like, okay, I'll hang out with her for 5 minutes because she's okay. And then it's how you act in that 5 minutes. She's like, okay, if I went and got a drink with him for 30 minutes at the bar, it'd be kind of like this. This is okay. That 30 minutes at the bar having a drink and talking, she's like, okay, I could probably give him my number, and if he texts me, it'd probably be kind of like this. This isn't too weird. Okay, this feels good. Okay, so texting her and flirting or talking on the phone, she's like, okay, a date would probably be like this. This would be fun. Okay, everything's a snapshot of the next piece. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So if you are a stale motherfucker who's asking so many boring questions and you're laughing at everything she says and you're smiling the whole time, and you're just cheesy and you ask very surfacey questions, you get very surfacey responses, you never challenge her, you don't tease her, you don't role play, you're not really willing to fuck with her a little bit and have fun, then don't be surprised when things start going stale. Play to win, especially in cold approach. Play to win, don't play not to lose. What do I mean by that?
Playing not to lose is like I think it's like the biggest like it's the biggest problem for like guys who are like intermediate who can go out and open and kind of get the ball rolling, but then they aren't getting laid. It's like the idea they're not trying to push the interaction like as far as it can go and like see like they're afraid that if they say one wrong thing, this interaction is going to be fucked and they're not going to get this girl. Like they're so bent on making sure that the good emotions stay at good emotions no matter what.
Right. Okay. Good. Now, That's all. That's right. One of the articles I want you to write next, or not, doesn't have to be next, but sometime soon, is what we just talked about, is the waypoints where you play safe. There's beginner waypoints of playing safe. There's intermediate waypoints of playing safe. There's expert ways of playing safe. You already, like beginner ones are, I don't want to get blown out. Holy shit. I hope this fucking girl will even acknowledge I exist. So you just keep, like, you're just like, I'm just glad to be here. Mid-range, you're kind of like, okay, I hook sometimes and I get traction and my friends think I'm pretty good. Deep down, I know I'm not that good, but I gotta save face. And I'm really more worried about what everybody else thinks about me than me just fucking going for my own intentions and what I fucking want, and like not, and like thinking it's fun and exciting to go burn it down sometimes, and fun and exciting to do cool shit because I think it's fun and exciting. I don't give a fuck what they think about it. That's playing it safe. Also, that thing in your head where you're like, you don't want to admit that you still have some holes in your game, so you just keep playing it safe so you can at least keep validating that you can hook, versus being like, hooking is for pussies. Getting girls on dates, sleeping with girls, getting a girlfriend that you really care about and like and excited about, that's home run. That's hero game. Don't play like a fucking pussy. You want to be a hero. The way you be a hero is you don't fucking play it safe.
Could, could you elaborate a little bit more on like, yeah, like kind of like, like living in Vegas and stuff like that. I mean, you don't see the same people very often, especially like on a Saturday night, and the club is absolutely packed. But I do think about like guys who are going out into like smaller venues, places where maybe you do see someone you recognize every once in a while, or dude, even for me, like if I'm like it's Tuesday night, so like if I'm going out with a friend tonight, but if I went out solo to a club on Tuesday and the club is like half empty, if I don't get in a state, I can definitely find myself getting in my head like all these motherfuckers are watching me right now, like, and that can keep you from like pushing it and like can keep you from like learning and getting like
yeah, of course. Here's the thing.
elaborate a little bit on like your mindsets in a situation like that.
Yeah. Okay. Give yourself permission. Okay. Two things. One, take note of the environments where you crush it at, and aim to replicate that as much as possible. Right. A lot of guys are like, I'm really bad in loud nightclubs under speakers. I'm like, maybe don't go to fucking nightclubs with big speakers ever again, and stand under them trying to game. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not good at gaming girls on the moon. Okay, well, don't go to the fucking moon, bro. Like, if you're really good on Earth, maybe the moon is not worth your fucking time. Okay, I get, but I also get what you're saying. But it's also sometimes for an advanced guy, it's a signal. It's a healthy signal telling you to not run around here acting like a dipshit, right? So you go, if I go back to Oakland and I see 300 people I know, I'm not going to run around the bar being like, I'm a hero. I go for what I want. Fuck these people. That's dumb because you're burning down your brand, and your brand. So what is this bleeding into right now? What type of game?
Social circle game.
So that's a good inclination. In social circle game, you don't run around like a dipshit. So hero game in social circle game is discipline. Does that make sense?
Yeah,